Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing another review and demo for you guys on another foundation, and this one is actually from the drugstore. It's the new LA Girl Pro Matte HD Longwear Matte Foundation. I'm going to go ahead and get into the demo in case you guys are just wanting to see how it applies, and then I will give you guys my full review on this, like how long that it lasts, how it's been working on my oily skin, and how well the coverage is. So let's just go ahead and get into the demo. Alright guys, I have already primed my face. Now I will talk a little bit about the packaging, the color selection, stuff like that in the actual review. For now, I am just going to go ahead and demo it for you guys in case you're just wanting to see how it applies. I am going to go ahead really quick though and mix these two shades because they don't have a shade that matches me closely. I do have to mix these two, but I will be applying this half of my face with a brush and then this half with my Eco Tool sponge. So I'm just going to mix these really quick and we'll be right back. Alright guys, so I have just mixed my color. I am just going to go ahead and, like I said, just apply it with my fingers, and then we're going to blend it out with a sponge, or we'll blend this side out with a brush actually. And this does kind of dry to like a powdery finish, so I definitely would recommend kind of working in sections. This is a Sonia Kashuk foundation brush. My Target had like everything on sale, Sonia Kashuk. This is an old brush. I've had this one for years. But if you guys are definitely maybe looking for some of her brushes and stuff, definitely check out your local Target because, like I said, mine had everything on clearance. So. One layer. This is it with the sponge. So you guys can see you can still see quite a bit of acne and stuff peeking through the sponge. The brush definitely do get a little more full coverage, but I like the finish better with the sponge because I do feel like a brush kind of leaves it more of like a powdery finish that almost looks a little bit dry. So I do like to build this foundation up. So I'm just going to build this up in several places, like right here on my cheeks and just where I have more acne. Alright guys, so I hope that you enjoyed that demo. As you guys could see, I did build it up in areas where I need to with sponge. You can still see some of my acne poking through, like I said right here. A little bit of the scar you can see poking through down here. But I will talk all about the coverage and stuff in the review, so let's just go ahead and get back into the review. So I hope that you guys enjoyed that demo. Now on for the review. I do like to start out talking about the packaging. I mentioned this in the demo, but you do get a nice like frosted glass packaging, and you also get a really nice pump with this, which again I think that's really nice. For the price point on this, I think the packaging is really nice. Again, it's just $8.99. You do get 1 fluid ounce. Now I did purchase mine here on Ulta. I just got it pulled up so you guys can see. The color selection is not great. I did have to get 2 shades, and I do have to mix these because neither one matches me. They don't have a lot of different like undertones throughout the shades, if that makes sense. So I definitely feel like this is one that you're going to have to kind of play around with to find your shade. I really hope that this, if they will expand the shade range, if it does sell well. Right now, I do actually believe it's not in stock on Ulta because I can't find it anymore. I just found it like this because I pulled up my receipt and clicked on it, but I did just want to let you guys know. So if you're new to my reviews, I'm just going to read the claims right here. They don't have too much and how they suggest to use it, and then I'll tell you guys what I think about the claims. So it says that LA Girl's Pro Matte Foundation evens out skin tone with a soft suede matte finish. The long-wearing formula is lightweight and is a medium to full coverage, provides complete natural looking coverage and even skin tone. So the first thing is talking about it evening out your skin tone. So I definitely don't have too much with like redness and stuff like that, too much discoloration, just a little bit like right here, which I usually cover up with concealer. But I definitely feel like it does like even out my like complexion. If there's any like bit of redness around my acne or anything like that, I definitely do feel like it covers that. I don't feel like it does the best job at covering my acne. I kind of feel like it is like a powder foundation where it kind of like, it might cover the acne, but it kind of sinks down in around it. It doesn't glide over top of it like, say, the Laura Mercier one does. I love this one. It's like one of my favorites to wear if I'm having some breakouts and stuff. Whoops, sorry. As you guys probably seen in the demo, I definitely think that it is more medium coverage. I know that it says it's medium to full, but I don't really feel like I can build this up to full coverage. It's like if I just keep layering it, it just doesn't cover like I would like it to. So I think that if you're someone who likes medium coverage foundations, you can definitely try this out. You can build it up, as you guys seen, I did build it up, but I definitely still don't think that you can get full coverage from this foundation. It does say that it gives a matte finish. That is very true. It kind of, you guys, I don't know if you've ever tried the Hourglass Immaculate. It comes in like a gray squeezy tube. I tried that. I did not like that foundation. This is similar to that in how it sets. Like, when you first put it on, it is like a liquid, but then when you blend it out, it sets to like a powdered finish. It makes it really easy to blend like your bronzer and stuff on top. It doesn't have a tacky feeling at all. So if you're someone who wants something that's more like everyday, lightweight, more of like light to medium coverage, because you can definitely get light coverage with this if you use a sponge, then I think you're going to like this. I don't like to use, I'm trying to find the powder I used today. I don't like to use a powder like my Laura Geller one. This is a powder foundation, because this does have a very like matte finish. I feel like when I use this, it looks a little bit like cakey, like you had makeup on. But I like using the Wet n Wild with it, Wet n Wild one with it, because it does have, this one has more of like a kind of like satiny powder finish, and this adds a little bit more coverage, because I definitely like to still use a powder to add some more coverage since this isn't full coverage. But you probably, like, I don't feel like you need to set this with a powder, but I definitely want to mention if you're someone who wants to add a little more coverage, that I think going in with a more like lightweight powder that's not so mattifying would definitely be your best option. Now, I definitely do agree that it is lightweight. That's something that I really like about it. I can almost, like, I don't even feel it on my skin. I do feel like my other foundations, like my Laura Mercier one and stuff like that, on my actual skin. But this is super lightweight. I definitely agree with those claims. It says it provides complete natural looking coverage. So I don't know if I would consider this like natural looking, because I definitely feel like when you get close up, it's one of those that almost looks like you have a powder foundation on. So I don't consider it the most natural looking foundation I've ever tried. I definitely feel like there's others out there. But I don't think that it looks like heavy or cakey or anything like that. The only thing is I definitely feel like where it is so mattifying, especially like right here, you want to use some kind of pore filling primer. For me, if you don't have an issue with those smile lines, you won't need to worry about this, but I use my Dr. Braided Pores No More. All my foundations sink in right here, but I feel like where this one's a little bit more of a mattifying one, and it does kind of make it just a little more prominent, but as long as I use this, it's fine. It doesn't sink into my pores though. I think that it actually looks really nice over top of my pores. It glides right over top of them. I do feel like it does kind of cling on to any kind of dryness though, because where I have been treating my acne, I do have like some dryness in spots on my face, and I do feel like it definitely kind of clings onto that. Not bad. If you go over top of it with like a mist, I feel like it kind of like sets the foundation a little bit better and it's not as prominent. But if you have dry skin, this might be one that you want to make sure that you moisturize very well with. But overall, I really like it. I like how well it controls my oil. That's something that has really impressed me, because I've been on the hunt for a good like affordable drugstore foundation. As you guys know, if you watched my last foundation video, I've been on the hunt for a good drugstore one, and I do really like this one. I was really impressed because I feel like this is one of those that when I do start to get just a little bit oily, it's really, really easy to kind of just blot that away without removing a lot of coverage or anything like that. And it's also one that I don't feel like I need to blot right away. It's like when my oil kind of starts shining through, it looks more like dewy. It doesn't look like greasy. So I definitely feel like I can go a little bit longer. I can get about 6 hours of wear out of here, 6 to 8 hours, kind of depending on the weather. If it's really like warmer outside, like it was 60 the other day, but now it's back down to 30. Like this weather's crazy. But I noticed when it was like 60 degrees, I did get just a little bit oilier since I was outside doing stuff than I have been the last few days where it's been cooler. But I definitely feel like this is going to be one that I like in the summertime. One that I'm going to reach for though when I feel like my skin's a little bit clear, when I'm not having like as many breakouts. But I like it. I think it looks really pretty. I hope that you guys can tell, like looking over here, it looks pretty good. So I do like it. I do wish the coverage was just a little bit more on the full side, but if you're someone who doesn't mind the spot conceal, I think that you might like this one. But if you have dry skin, I'm not 100% sure how you guys are going to feel about this one. I definitely think that, you know, if you do pick it up from Ulta, maybe keep the receipt because you might have to return it, because I definitely, like I said, some of the dryness like around my acne and like right here, it can look a tidbit drying. So definitely just kind of keep that in mind. But maybe if you use like really nice hydrating primer, it might be all right. But overall, I really like this. So I'm glad I found a drugstore foundation. If you've tried this out, please let me know what you think. And yeah, as always, thank you guys so much for watching. Bye.